This time I will discuss about the legend of King Arthur and the 12 Knights of the Round Table. This story is based on British folklore and folk legends that are popular today. King Arthur is one of the most famous figures in English legend and myth. He is often considered a wise and just king who ruled England in the 6th century. Opinions differ as to its origins, but most historians tend to regard King Arthur as a mythical or legendary figure who appeared at an uncertain time in the 5th or 6th century. The legend of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. King Arthur's story begins from his childhood, when he was born the son of King Arthuria Pendragon and was taken by the wizard Merlin to be raised in exile. Merlin is an important character in the legend of King Arthur. He is known as a wizard or sorcerer who has extraordinary magical powers. According to legend, Merlin was trusted as Arthur's advisor and helped him in various missions and battles. Merlin is a child of an illicit relationship between a mother named Bat Hannah and a demon named Incubus, which makes him have strong magical powers and predictions of the future. After King Arthur died, Arthur, who was destined to become king, managed to pull the Excalibur sword from the rock, which was a sign that he was appointed king. Some believe that Excalibur is the same sword that Arthur pulled from the rock to claim his right to the throne of England. However, a more popular belief is that Arthur received the Excalibur from an enchanted lady of the lake after she broke her real sword, known as Caliburn, in battle. Arthur then took over his father's government and ruled England wisely and justly. In a magnificent castle he named Camelot, he formed the Knights of the Round Table, a hand-picked group of knights of his own choosing. King Arthur's story also includes the story of the love and affair between Arthur, Queen Guinevere, and Sir Lancelot, the knight he trusted the most, which later resulted in civil war. Lancelot is a knight who is very famous and loyal to King Arthur, but then he falls in love with the wife and queen of King Arthur named Guinevere. When Lancelot and Guinevere's affair was uncovered, this resulted in a civil war involving Arthur and his allies against Lancelot and his army. Even though Arthur finally won the war, he was deeply hurt by Lancelot's betrayal, who had betrayed his trust as a friend and loyal knight. Apart from that, there is also a story about the search for the Holy Grail belonging to Jesus Christ, which was carried out by the Knights of the Round Table, especially Sir Galahad, who was considered the holiest and purest knight. Holy Grail. Despite this, Galahad is the knight chosen to find the Holy Grail. Galahad, both in the Lancelot Grail cycle and in Mallory's retelling, is exalted above all other knights. He is a man worthy enough to have the Grail revealed to him and taken to heaven. The greatest quest of Arthur and his knights is the quest for the mythical Holy Grail, the cup from which Jesus drank at the Last Supper. While King Arthur is never to find the Holy Grail himself, his knight, Sir Galahad, does because of his purity of heart. Death of King Arthur. King Arthur's story reaches its climax at the Battle of Camlann, where Arthur fights his nephew and his own son, Mordred, who are rebelling against his kingdom. Mordred himself is the son of Arthur's half-brother, Sir Lottin Morgause, but in several subsequent stories it is told that Mordred is the illegitimate child of Arthur and Morgause. Mordred is told as an evil and traitor who tries to seize the throne and power from the hands of King Arthur. However, in several other versions of the story, Mordred is depicted as a hero who fought with honesty against Arthur, even though he was eventually killed by his own father. Mordred is assisted by a very powerful witch named Morgana. Morgana, also known as Morgana Le Fay, is Arthur's cousin who is described as a witch or wizard. Morgana is often depicted as a cunning and treacherous enemy of Arthur, who seeks to usurp Arthur's throne and seek revenge for what she perceives as unfair treatment of Arthur and the other knights. According to legend, Arthur fought against his own son, Mordred, on a battlefield in Cornwall known as Camlann. In this battle, Arthur managed to kill Mordred, but unfortunately, Arthur was also seriously injured. because his scabbard Avalon fell and made his strength disappear, while Arthur died on the battlefield and his body was never found. In some stories, it is said that the Excalibur sword was finally returned to the lake by the Lady of the Lake, on an island called Avalon where she died on the island. 12 Knights of the Round Table. The 12 Knights of the Round Table are a group of legendary knights who are said to have been chosen by King Arthur to sit at his round table in Camelot. These knights were considered the most virtuous and skilled warriors of their time, and they were assigned to assist King Arthur in his various missions and battles. The 12 Knights of the Round Table include Sir Lancelot, the most famous of the knights, known for his bravery and chivalry, but also for his affair with Queen Guinevere, which resulted in civil war. Sir Gawain, known for his strength and prowess in battle. Gawain is also known for his chivalry and honor. Sir Galahad, the purest and most virtuous of all the knights. Galahad is said to have found the Holy Grail even at the cost of his life. Sir Percival, known for his quest to find the Holy Grail. Percival was also known for his bravery and chivalry. Sir Bors, known for his loyalty to King Arthur and prowess in battle, he joined Sir Galahad and Percival on a quest for the Holy Grail. Sir Tristan, known for his swordsmanship and tragic love story with Princess Isolde of Ireland. He is the nephew and King Mark of Cornwall and son of Meliodas, King of Lyonesse. Sir Geraint is the eldest son of King Urban of Dumnonia, and one of the 12 Knights of the Round Table after the death of his wife. Prince Geraint spent much of his time at King Arthur's court becoming a knight. Sir Bedivere, the first knight to join the Round Table Alliance, and was at King Arthur's side at his death on the island of Avalon. Sir Bedivere also helped King Arthur fight the giant on Mount St. Michel. Sir Gareth, also a brother of Sir Gawain, Mordred, and Sir Gareth, before becoming a knight, he was the bodyguard of his older brother Gawain. Both Sir Gareth and Sir Gareth were killed in the fight that broke out when Sir Lancelot saved Queen Guinevere. This made Sir Gawain hate Sir Lancelot to the end of his life. Sir Kay, son of Sir Ector and foster brother of King Arthur. He is the king's most loyal knight and is known for his tall stature and magical abilities. Sir Lamorak, Percival's brother according to some legends. Lamorak was one of the strongest, fiercest, and most brutal knights of the Round Table. Sir Gareth, the youngest son of Sir Lot and Morgause, which makes him the youngest brother of Sir Gawain and Mordred. Sir Gareth as a prime example of chivalry where he respects women, even though he himself is humiliated. And that's the story of the legend of Sword Arthuria Pendragon. For other stories, look forward to this channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.